What's going on, movie goers? If you're new to the channel, my name is Christian. Welcome to C-Roll Production. You guys, we have the first early reactions for Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania, spoiler free. Yesterday was the red carpet premiere, you guys, and I always watch the red carpet premiere on YouTube. It's really fascinating to see all the fans come together, dress up, to see the cast and crew there and talk about their experiences, talk about the film. It's really exciting to see you guys. But a lot of people were very skeptical going into this third Ant-Man film, because a lot of people feel like the Ant-Man movies just aren't on par with some of the bigger, top-notch Marvel films. And Peyton Reed wanted to do something really different with this third Ant-Man film. And obviously with having Kang the Conqueror in it, boy oh boy, this film leads into Phase 5 with so many intriguing things that will happen in the future of the MCU with Avengers, the Kang Dynasty, and Avengers Secret Wars, you guys. So I'm really excited to see just how big of a film that this film will actually be. It's, like I said, honestly, it's drastically different from the first two Ant-Man movies, because those are smaller films, more on the family tone kind of movie. And like I said, you're dealing with Kang the Conqueror, Marvel Studios' next big bad, up to Thanos, you know what I mean? There are so many things that I'm really intrigued about with this film, you guys. But we've been getting a lot of mixed reactions for this film, for these early reactions. So I'm like, damn, this is kind of interesting. I'm really curious to see how I'm going to ultimately feel when I go watch it next week, next Thursday. Because honestly, you always want to form your own opinions and not just take what somebody says off face value. So let's dive deep into some of these early reactions for Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. So this is coming from Geek Vibes Nation. Peyton Reed's Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania is the best MCU has delivered since Avengers Endgame. The film is a psychedelic roller coaster through the quantum realm that delivers moments of laughs, tears, bone-crunching action, and heart as the film raises the stakes. This is coming from Big Stream Leaks. Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania kicks off Phase 5 with one of the MCU's most fascinating entries. This movie is Star Wars meets Ant-Man, and I dig it for the most part. Jonathan Majors demands your attention as Kang, and he absolutely shines. Big implications for the future, too. Very interesting. The Illuminati. Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania takes giant strides into the multiverse saga, while still packing a lot of punch in the smaller moments. This is coming from Daniel Baptista. Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania is a solid yet overly ambitious start to the next phase of the MCU. Jonathan Majors is an absolute force as Kang, and the new king of the multiverse. The final battle is astonishing, but I really miss the comedic charm throughout. Interesting. Now, this film, like I said, is drastically different. It's not going to have those comedic moments that we saw throughout Ant-Man and the Wasp. This is a much more serious film. I mean, you have Scott Lang, who's missing time, who's going through this adversity with raising a teenage daughter or an adult daughter, now that, he's missed all the time being in the quantum realm. So tonally, Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania is going to feel so different. That's what I feel like I'm most looking forward to, is the tonal shift. This is coming from Shabazz, the Movie Podcast. Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania shows us that Kang is here to dominate. Jonathan Majors is a threat that will hopefully shake the core of the MCU. It works best when the team is together, but the pacing and story suffer from when they're apart. Wish this stuck with me more. This has come from Brandon Davis over at comicbook.com. Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania is by far Marvel's weirdest, zaniest movie to date. Jonathan Majors stands out strongly. Kang elevates the whole film. Majors and Paul Rudd are intense together. Loads of CGI, crazy new characters, an exciting trajectory for the MCU saga. And this is coming from the MCU Direct. Confirming 2 post-credit scenes, you guys. 2 post-credit scenes. How exciting is that? Stephen Wintraub says, Marvel's Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania is a strong start to Phase 5. Now I understand why it's called Quantumania. Jonathan Majors is excellent as Kang and cannot wait to see where this all goes. Two after the credit scenes, and both are very good. Eric Davis says, Phase 5 has begun. The new Ant-Man movie is a psychedelic roller coaster full of frightening and hilarious odysseys. plus one very menacing Kang. Big Star Wars vibes meet the MCU at its freakiest and most inventive. MODOK, it's a riot, but Jonathan Majors conquers. Love the ride. Interesting. This is coming from Richard Nebens. Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania takes big screens, hits on most but not all. Captivating visuals, which elevate a fun story, but some stakes were lacking. Kang is here. What an incredible performance from Jonathan Majors. Looks like everybody's really praising Jonathan Majors and what he's able to bring to the character of Kang in the next big bag in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which is a sight to see, you guys. This is coming from Anthony, the movie podcast. Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania should have sparked Phase 5 with a bang, but misses the mark. The story is plagued with filler, while significant lacks of depth. However, Majors gives an outstanding performance as the cunning and ruthless Kang. I wish I had left an impression. You guys. Christian Harloff says Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania goes hard in the paint as a big epic sci-fi film, blending Star Wars, Fifth Element, Dune, and Strange World. I don't think it's going to work for everyone, but I really dug this tone. It's a bit chaotic towards the end, but wraps up nicely. Kang rules. Mark Ellis had a great time kicking off Phase 5 with Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. Engaging, fast-paced storytelling with humor, heart, and tons of action. So much new that it locked me back into the MCU. Get excited and get tiny. So, from what I'm getting, the gist of it is Jonathan Majors saves the movie. He shines in every kind of way that every fan will get hyped about. He's the next menacing big threat that the next Avengers, new Avengers, old Avengers, multiverse Avengers has to deal with, which is exciting to hear. Because ultimately, to live up to Thanos is very hard. Josh Brolin delivered an epic performance as Thanos. I mean, it's like, hey, how are you going to top Thanos in the MCU? Well, it sounds like Jonathan Majors as Kang the Conqueror is definitely going to be on par with that, or even better than Thanos, which is exciting to hear, you guys. But ultimately, it also seems like fans and critics are kind of, on the other side of with the lackluster storytelling. How it feels kind of a little bit too ambitious for an Ant-Man movie. Because like I said, the first two Ant-Man films are very small scale. And to jump to something like this that will literally be that big tie-in connection to Avengers: The Kang Dynasty is a huge, drastic difference. But like I said, take it with a grain of salt. Go and inform your own opinion, your own feeling towards this film. You like certain films, other people don't like. And that's fine. I think Wakanda Forever is the best thing to come out of, Phase 4. Some people may feel different. We all shape and form our own opinions based off our own viewing and our own experiences. Reading these reactions, I'm still hyped, you guys. Reading the negative reactions, I'm still excited to see it. Because at the end of the day, only myself will give the gratitude of defining what this film means to me. But it's going to be interesting, you guys. Look, I can't wait. I'm excited. Next week is going to be a banger. I'm super stoked. But post your comments down below. Let me know what you guys thought about the early reactions for Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. Thoughts and opinions, you guys, please post them down below and let me know what you guys think. Peace.